Once upon a time, in the deepest depths of the ocean, there was a beautiful girl. She was a little mermaid, and her name was Aria. That day, while she was frolicking in the calm, clear waters near the shore, she saw that without her even noticing it, her pearl necklace had fallen off.
Oh, my necklace came off. Where could it be?
Aria was swimming all over the reef looking for her necklace, while a little red fish was coming back from school. Suddenly, he saw hidden among little grains of sand something beautiful and bright. It was the necklace. It was so beautiful and so dazzling that he immediately put it on and went back home quickly. But as soon as he saw his mother, he was sure to hide it. "Why are you so late today, my dear?"
Well, I was just playing around for a little bit, Mom.
The next day, while he was on his way to school, Redfish put the necklace on and started enjoying the swim. However, he was unaware that Snake, a sneaky sea snake, had secretly been keeping an eye on him.
What a beautiful necklace. I have to come up with a way to get it.
Snake suddenly noticed that there was some fishermen who were fishing up ahead and approached the redfish.
If you don't want anything bad to happen, then give me the necklace.
And the redfish started to worry and decided to get away from the snake. But whichever way he went, Snake always showed up in front of him. Just as the redfish turned in the direction of the fishing rods, Snake started coming after him quickly. The little fish was swimming towards the net without realizing the danger, and very unexpectedly found himself caught in the fisherman's net.
What's going on?
And at that moment, Snake took advantage of the situation, got hold of the necklace, and then quickly swam away.
Help me!
On the other hand, Aria was still looking for her necklace when she heard the sound of someone crying. As she followed the sound, she noticed the fishing nets and the little red fish that had been caught inside.
Oh, poor little fish. Please don't worry. I'm coming to save you.
Aria, without even the blink of an eye, tore a piece out of the net and set the little red fish free. The little red fish told her about everything that he had been going through. It was at that moment that Aria realized that the red fish was talking about the necklace that she was looking for.
My necklace! So you're saying Snake has it now? So then it was your necklace?
The little red fish wanted to help the mermaid who had saved his life earlier. Aria and her little friend followed the line of the broken seashells that were on the seafloor. After a while, they found themselves at the mouth of a dark cave.
Snake might be in this cave, so let's be careful.
And so Redfish and Aria silently snuck their way into the cave. And Snake was stubbornly trying to get the pearl from the necklace with his teeth.
Get off, Snouse!
Aria and the little redfish swam into action at the same time. The redfish was distracting Snake's attention by swimming circles all around him.
What is that?
Aria quickly grabbed the necklace from him and with the little red fish at her side swam away. Snake chased after them, but the little red fish was blowing bubbles in his direction and got disoriented and ended up getting stuck in the narrow part of the tunnel. And while he was hissing with anger, Aria and the little red fish quickly swam away and went in search of a safe place.
You will have to be very careful now, Redfish. Doing something and not telling your family could get you into even more trouble.
The redfish saw that all of this had happened to him because he had hidden the necklace away from his family. From that day onwards, he didn't ever hide anything from his family. And his friendship with Aria, which started by them helping each other, very quickly became the talk of the entire ocean kingdom.
The Little Mermaid and Disappearing Fish. Once upon a time, Aria, the most beautiful mermaid in the world of the oceans, and her dear prince Edward got on a cruise ship and sailed to faraway seas. The journey was so lovely that the beauty of the morning sun fascinated everyone. My prince, I could just sail with you in this beautiful ocean for the rest of my life. Edward and Aria picked tropical fruits from every island they visited. Pineapple, mango, coconut, papaya, pitaya, raspberry, banana, lemons, and more. Dozens of the most delicious fruits in the 7 seas. They were going to present these fruits to the people in their homeland when they returned to the castle. One day, when the prince and the little mermaid Aria were looking at the ocean, they noticed that in the water there were no ocean creatures.
My princess, we haven't seen any fish in the ocean for days. I wonder why.
Yes, I noticed. My friend Dolphy has not been around for a few days. Worried about the undersea world, the little mermaid decided she should go investigate the underwater kingdom and check in on her family and friends. Prince Leo walked her to the bow of the ship. Aria became worried. My prince, if I don't come back by sunset, there is definitely something dangerous going on underwater. Little mermaid Aria walked to the end of the ship and leapt into the sea. As soon as she dove into the water, her human legs magically turned back into a mermaid tail. Aria swam swiftly through the water towards the deep sea kingdom, but she could not see any fish friends around. The sea felt too still. As she came near, she called out her best fish friends. Dolphy! Willie! My crab friends, where are you? But no one responded. Aria could not hear anything other than the sound of the sand and the water, the magnificent deep sea kingdom, and the whole shimmering blue sea looked calm and empty. The little mermaid Aria swam towards a seashell in the sand. Seashells magically recorded every sound and every wave in the underwater world, just like a diary. Aria put the seashell to her ear and started to listen to the things that had happened.
It was a bright and fun day in our underwater home. Colorful fish, dolphins, jellyfish were active and cheerful. As the sunlight filtered through the water onto the sea floor, the evil witch Vega and her assistant Snake came. I heard them making plans to steal the kingdom's treasure so that Vega could establish her own kingdom, away from King Poseidon and his family. Then Vega and Snake met with the shark gang and they disappeared. I started moving forward in the sand to convey what I heard to the king, but I was stunned at what I saw. A huge fishing net slowly descending into the water. I was afraid, so I hid myself right away.
Aria could not believe the things she heard. She left the seashell where it was and immediately went to look for the fishing net. After swimming a little, she came across a huge fishing net full of sea animals, and her best friend, Dolphy, was in it. Oh, Dolphy, I finally found you.
Aria, hurry up! Save us now! There are 2 other big fishing nets like this one.
While the mermaid was thinking of a plan to save them, Prince Edward was on his ship, waiting for her to reply. She had been gone a long time, so Prince Edward was worried. He pulled out the magic sea dust and swallowed it, and then jumped into the water. As soon as he was in the water, the prince's human legs turned into a tail. Then he started to swim with all his might to look for Aria. Meanwhile, the little mermaid was struggling to bring all 3 large fishing nets together. And she noticed that Vega and Snake were in one of these fishing nets.
Vega? Snake?
How did you get caught in these nets? I don't believe it.
What are you doing underwater? I thought you left to be a human.
It doesn't matter. I won't leave my fish friends. I came to save you.
To save us? You?
She said she'd save us.
She said so. Did not you hear it, Snake?
All your arms are stuck in the nets, Vega. You'll never get out of there without help.
That's what you think.
The evil sea witch was proud and tried to get free without any help. But she was not successful.
Snake, help me! Pull my fourth arm, quickly!
Your Majesties.
Use both of your heads, you idiot!
We can't make it, Your Majesty.
Vega, stop! You're making it even worse. While the mermaid tried to warn Vega, the fishermen threw another net from above. And unfortunately, the mermaid also became stuck in this net. I got caught! No! Ow! I should have been watching for more nets.
Don't move, Arya. You're going to be stuck more. I will get out of here before you and destroy the entire kingdom.
While Mermaid Arya was struggling in the net, Prince Edward arrived. Edward! Edward! We're here! The prince, with all his strength and his handy dagger, saved Arya from her net right away.
We've got to stop the pirate fishermen, Princess. Let's hurry, or they'll throw more nets.
Wait here. We will save you. The mermaid followed the net's rope and swam up so quickly that Prince Edward had a hard time catching up to her. They knew they needed to stop the pirate fishermen quickly before they could drop more nets. Arya came to the surface of the water and shouted at the fishermen, "Hey! Pirate fishermen! You cannot throw nets in the oceans! There are thousands of sea creatures living below! You mustn't harm them!" The pirate fishermen ignored Arya and tried to throw another net into the ocean. Arya, on the other hand, put her hands together and leapt into the air.
It's a mermaid!
The pirates who saw this were scared and amazed when they saw the mermaid.
Hey, look! She's floating! She's like flying!
Arya's magical power over the ocean created huge waves and strong winds and sent the ship of the pirate fishermen far away from their nets and the underwater kingdom. Prince Edward worked fast to cut off the nets, and the underwater creatures were freed. Of course, there were a few wicked creatures that fled right away and didn't even give the prince and Arya a thank you. Even though she had been saved, Vega was furious that the mermaid Arya had been the one to save her.
Your Majesties, the little mermaid really saved us, right?
We may have been saved thanks to her, Snake, but this will never change my mission. I will destroy that kingdom, and all treasure will be mine!
The fish friends of the Little Mermaid thanked her and the prince for being saved. We will always be the protectors of the underwater world, don't worry. And the sea creatures promised to protect Arya and Edward's ship forever. And once again, the ocean's creatures swam freely in the deep blue water, thanks to the good hearts and courage of Arya and the prince. Peace ruled in the underwater kingdom and spread around the earth. And they lived happily ever after. Under the deep blue seas, The dangerous shark gang was hunting again that day. The gang was so intimidating that whenever they opened their mouths, shoals of fish would scatter. But a yellow fish, hiding inside a huge sea minaret, was not as lucky.
Look here. We've found a great meal.
Let's eat it.
The shark gang was just about to eat the yellow fish, but then they saw a bigger fish swimming overhead.
Hey, look. That fish is bigger. Let's eat that one. Yeah.
However, the dangerous gang realized too late that the big fish they wanted to eat was actually a toy fish on the end of a fisherman's hook.
Oh, my tooth. My tooth hurt a lot.
Ew, oh, my nose. My nose hurts a lot.
While they were busy with the toy fish, the yellow fish escaped and was saved from being eaten by them.
Because of you, we've lost our lunch.
The beautiful sea wasn't just a bunch of sharks. It was vast and full of colorful, cute, and happy fish families.
Come on, time to go inside. But, Mommy... Guys, I have to go get something to eat. And you should stay inside the house while I'm gone.
Mom, let's go with you, please.
No, dear. That would be too dangerous. It's full of sharks out there. Come on, all of you come inside. And definitely don't talk to strangers.
3 red fish entered their house, which was a sunken ship. The shark gang that saw them wanted to catch the mother fish right there.
Oh, super delicious motherfish. And this time, it's not a toy.
The big shark suddenly stopped his friends, who wanted to attack.
Stop. Rather than just eating one fish, why don't we eat all 3 fish hidden inside that sunken ship, huh?
You're so clever, boss.
Let's eat all 3. Not so fast. We will not attack these fish right away, because while they're trying to get into their tiny house with these huge bodies, they can easily escape. We have to make a plan. What kind of plan, boss? You go wait in a quiet place. Leave the plan to me.
So the shark wandered among the red corals to disguise himself. He painted himself red, just like he was a member of the red fish family. Then he found an orange patterned moss to hide his dangerous fin. He threw the moss on his back and covered his pointed fin. Finally, the shark brought the red fish's favorite moss cookies.
No fish can resist these cookies.
The shark swam towards the house of the red fish and knocked on the door with his nose.
Who is it?
I'm a nose of red fish selling moss cookies. Wouldn't you like to have some? Moss cookies!
The red fish were young and very excited about cookies, so they wanted to go right out and get some.
Stop, brothers. Our mother told us not to talk to strangers.
One of the red fish brothers looked out through the tiny hole in the door.
But she is not a stranger because she's a red fish, just like us.
So the fish siblings went out.
Let me take you home. There are even more cookies at my home.
The red fish followed the shark, while the shark was slyly contemplating how to eat them.
A fishing rod fell on top of him, scraping the moss that was hiding his fin. At that moment, the redfish realized that he was a shark.
He is a shark! Run!
One of them hid behind the rocks, the other among the corals, and the other hid under the stone. But the shark found each of them and caught all three.
We will have a nice feast with my friends.
Only one of them managed to escape from the shark and swam quickly towards her house. Just then, the mother redfish was very scared when she could not see her babies inside the house.
No! No! Where are you, my babies?
The mother fish was about to go away to look for her children, but then she saw her babies swimming hastily towards her.
Mommy, the shark kidnapped my brothers. I know where they are. We can save them.
The mother fish wisely decided to seek help from the giant whale Willie. And then the three of them swam together to where the shark gang was. The shark gang were just about to have their fishy meal when they were surprised to find that they only had 2 fish.
But there are only 2 redfish here, boss.
Huh? What? How?
I think you must have missed one of them, boss.
Yes, it was me who ran away.
What?
That's when the shark gang saw the big whale Willie, and they were so scared. In this way, while 2 little redfish were saved, Willie immediately opened his mouth wide and caught all 3 sharks.
Will you try to hunt juvenile fish again?
No, we promise no.
Then the red fish can return home safely?
Yes, they can, yes.
Yeah, get us out of here.
So the redfish family returned home safely. And from then on, the 3 little red fish understood how important it was to obey their mother and stay safe in their beautiful sea home. One morning, while the treacherous wolf was hunting in the forest, he saw a stork family flying in the sky. He knew they had built a nest in the hills, and they had eggs in that nest. And that gave him an idea.
I found what to eat. Stork eggs. But I have to think about how to get to that hill.
And cuddled up warm in that nest was a baby duck, sleeping soundly. His stork brother rang the bell to wake him up.
Hey, wake up, duck. Quack, quack, quack.
The duck woke and jumped up.
Huh? What's going on?
We're going for a flight. Mama will check the eggs. Don't fall asleep and be eaten by the wolf.
Wolf?
Yes, 'cause you can't fly high like we do. So, see you later, little flightless duck. Bye-bye.
But little did they know, the treacherous wolf was already watching them and planning. When the stork siblings flew up into the sky, the baby duck tried to follow, flapping his little wings on the edge of the reeds. He hoped that one day he'd be able to fly. But his practicing was interrupted when he spotted something shining brightly among the reeds.
Ooh, what's that?
The bright thing he saw was a pair of red shoes.
How beautiful they are. I wonder if they will fit on my feet.
As soon as the baby duck put on the red shoes, he took off from the ground and flew high in an instant.
I'm flying! I'm flying!
The baby duck immediately followed the stork family.
Oh, look, the baby duck is here.
Wow, how did you get so high?
Thanks to my magic red shoes. Look!
Down below, the wolf was watching them in amazement.
Magic red shoes? Now I have a great plan.
At night, while the stork family and the baby duck were sleeping, the wolf sneaked up on them. The red shoes glowed brightly, even in the dark, and he stretched out his claws and grabbed them by the strings.
Tomorrow morning, first thing, I'm going to have a stork egg omelet.
The baby duck awoke as the morning sun rose, and he was alarmed when he couldn't see his red shoes next to him.
Oh no! My shoes! My magic shoes are not here! How am I going to fly?
The baby duck rushed to look for the mother and his siblings.
Mother Stork! Brother! Where are you?
However, he could not find them anywhere.
Now I won't be able to fly high without my magic red shoes.
While the baby duck was crying with sadness, he noticed the treacherous wolf flying overhead.
I'm flying! Here I come, stork eggs. It's breakfast time.
Oh, my shoes! The wolf stole my red shoes!
The baby duck tried very hard to follow the wolf, but it took all the strength his little wings had to take off, and then he would fall back down to the ground.
Oh, I have to protect the eggs from the treacherous wolf! Oh, if only I could fly!
The wolf landed in the nest with the magic shoes and stepped towards the stork eggs. The baby duck could see him trying to get the eggs, one by one.
The stork eggs are in danger! I must stop the wolf!
The baby duck mustered up all his courage and flapped his wings as hard as he could.
Eggs! I must save the eggs!
Finally, the baby duck was in flight, high in the sky for the very first time.
I'm flying! Yay! I can fly!
The baby duck landed and sneaked up on the wolf. He grabbed the shoestrings of the magic shoes and quickly pulled them.
What? The baby duck? Shoes?
Just at that moment, the stork family quickly came to the baby duck and drove the wolf away from the nest with a fury. The treacherous wolf fell into a swamp.
Help!
The stork family thanked the baby duck for saving the eggs.
Now you can fly as high as we do.
Yes!
Then it's time to fly together as a family, kids. The baby duck was so very happy he could fly, and from that day on, he realized that he should never stop trying and that he didn't need magic shoes. He just needed courage and perseverance. So the baby duck became the only brave duck that could fly with the storks in the sky.
That day, the 7 baby goats were very, very happy because it was summer vacation. They were having fun together by throwing water at each other by the sea and enjoying the warm weather. A few hours later, all the goat siblings returned to their homes. But at that time, the 2 goat siblings still swimming in the water did not notice this.
The waves are so much fun!
While the baby goats were having fun, unaware of everything, a hungry wolf on the shore was watching them hungrily, contemplating plans to devour them. However, at that time, both goats saw a large fishtail beyond the water. They hugged each other in fear.
Is that a shark?
If so, we must return to shore immediately.
The goats swam to the shore. However, the fishtail they saw also followed them. Finally, they realized that this fishtail that washed up on the shore actually belonged to the beautiful mermaid Araya.
What is that? A mermaid?
Help me. The mermaid was bruised all over. Wondering what had happened to her, the little goats thought of taking the mermaid home to be cured. The wolf, who saw what was happening, could not hide his surprise. An idea came to his mind that could turn the situation into an opportunity. Araya told the goats in detail what had happened to her.
And how did your tail get damaged like that?
On the way home, there was such a big storm that I hit rocks all over while trying to swim. Both goat siblings thought that goat ointment, which was good for every disease, could be good for the wounds on her tail. That's why they decided to take the mermaid home. However, no matter how hard they tried, they were not strong enough to carry the mermaid Araya. At that very moment, the treacherous wolf appeared before them.
Wolf!
The goats ran away in fear and hid behind the giant umbrella standing on the side. The wolf took the net that the fisherman had forgotten and threw it at the mermaid. Although the mermaid Araya struggled with anxiety, she was not strong enough to break free from the net.
Let me go, Wolf! I said let me go! Help!
The mermaid's necklace fell to the ground while she was struggling, but she didn't notice it. Since the wolf was stronger than the goats, he easily carried the mermaid away from the beach.
An amazing feast awaits me in the evening.
The goats, who did not know what to do with fear, noticed the necklace on the ground and took it with them.
We must save the mermaid from that treacherous wolf!
The goats were on their way to find the mermaid. On the other hand, the evil wolf locked the mermaid in a small cage in a shabby fishing hut in the forest.
First I'll devour you, then I'll go after the goats!
Mermaid Araya heard the wolf's treacherous plan, but she was very upset because she knew that she couldn't do anything. On the other hand, the goat siblings had been looking for the mermaid in the forest for hours. They saw an old fishing hut a short distance away. They immediately rushed there. When they climbed a hill and looked through the window, they saw that the mermaid Araya was imprisoned in a cage. The wolf was preparing a huge dining table right next to her. Both goats took this opportunity and came to Araya without being noticed by the wolf. Mermaid Araya was very surprised to see them.
Get out of here now, or he'll catch you and eat you too!
However, both goats were very brave. The little goat handed the goat ointment out of his pocket to the mermaid. He said it would be good for her wounds, but just then, the wolf noticed the goats.
Huh? Goats?
Run!
The little goats ran back and forth in fear. The mermaid applied the ointment to all her wounds in order to heal as soon as possible and save the goats. Thus, she regained her health. Just as the greedy wolf cornered one of the goats, the mermaid, now even stronger than before, radiated a dazzling light. With that light, her fishtail turned into human feet. Let go of the goats, wolf! The mermaid picked up the net lying on the side and threw it at the wolf.
Help! I'm caught in the net!
No matter how hard the wolf struggled, he got entangled in the net, and the little goats were saved from being eaten by the wolf.
Hey-yo! Thumbs up! Hooray! Hero Mermaid!
Without forgetting, the goat siblings gave the necklace that belonged to the mermaid back to her. Araya was very happy to have her lost necklace again. Finally, they all returned home together. In this way, the friendship of the 7 baby goats and the mermaid Araya was never broken. But the opportunistic wolf has never understood what friendship means.